Hello Taurus, welcome to Andromeda Skies Tarot. I have your mid-June love reading here. Just so you know, Taurus, this reading will not resonate for every single Taurus out there. So if you find that you don't resonate, go ahead and try your sun, moon, or rising sign, any of those three, to see if you do, okay? So this is for Taurus. What is going on with Taurus? What do they need to know? What is going on in their love life? What is going on between them and their person? I have the card Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Right? When I get this card, sometimes it's giving me an energy that's very similar to the Hermit card, where someone is kind of pulling away, isolating themselves. All right? So that might be something that you're going through. I also have what looks like a married couple in this image. So you could be married to your person, or maybe you were married, maybe you talked about getting married, but this is an image that is saying that there's commitment here, whether or not you were actually married. I have engagement, okay? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So what I was just talking about, that energy of commitment, is coming through very strongly here. So I feel like we are involved with someone who we feel that we would like to set down roots with. If you haven't already set down some roots with this person. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, so you and your person could be currently separated right now. Please clarify this reading for Taurus. What's going on in their situation? This is for Taurus. Okay, so I have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Now the Eight of Pentacles represents being really focused on something and working very hard, okay? It can represent perfecting some kind of skill. All right, with this card being in the reverse, it can mean that we're feeling rather distracted, okay? We can't really focus on something. All right, also it can be represent an unwillingness to work on something, as well as occasionally this can represent someone who is currently out of work. I have the Ten of Cups. So this is happy family. This is, you know, the gold at the end of the rainbow. This is bliss. This is emotional fulfillment. All right. This can represent a happy home and family life. So with these two cards together, I feel like there is somebody who hasn't really been putting in the work here in this connection to make this a happy home. All right, someone has been perhaps distracted by other things, but they haven't really been focused. They haven't been putting in the work to make this energy happen. I have Strength. Okay, so this card is all about courage and how you perceive yourself, self-confidence. All right, so when this card appears in a reading, we may need some strong will to make it through something. We may need to have the courage. We may need to work on our self-image, how we perceive ourselves. All right, for some of you, you may be involved with a Leo. I have the Devil in the reverse. Okay, so with this card being in the reverse, it's us freeing ourselves from some kind of toxic behavior or habits. So this could be freeing yourself from perhaps addictions or things like that, or from a toxic relationship. Really anything that is holding you down in some way and isn't healthy for you. And this card represents Capricorn, so you could be involved with a Capricorn. I have the Three of Wands here. Now this card is a manifestation card in the deck. Okay, it represents our wishes and our dreams, our manifestations being realized, okay, and coming into reality. This card can sometimes represent waiting for something. For some of you, with this card being here in our reading, you could be at a distance from your person at this time. I have the Eight of Wands, and this is another card that can represent distance, okay? It can also represent long distance travel. and it also represents communication, fast energy coming through. With these two cards here together, and this one sometimes representing work, there may be someone here that is needing to travel for work, okay? I have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now the Queen of Pentacles represents someone who is usually well off. They're very responsible, okay? They usually have a good job. They're usually a provider in some way, and they're also a motherly figure. So you could have children with your person, and I do see that this is possible with the Ten of Cups here. In the reverse position, sometimes when I get the court cards in the reverse, it can represent someone's energy that has been pulled away from a connection. So since you are an earth sign, Taurus, this can be representing your energy and the fact that you've pulled away emotionally. I have the Hermit in the reverse. Now the Hermit represents, like I was saying, I'm actually, not surprised that this shows up in the reading here. This represents pulling away, introspection, isolation. So I do feel with both of these cards appearing in your reading, Taurus, that for some of you there's a period of isolation between you and your person. Sometimes when I get this card in a reading, it can mean that there is no communication going on or very little communication. With this card being in the reverse, I feel that someone, after they've gained their self-confidence here, after they've done some healing, they are coming out of a period of isolation. I have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Now the Page of Swords is a seeker, okay, of information. This can represent a student. So for some of you, you may be taking some kind of training program, or maybe a student in college or something like that. In the reverse position, this is completion of study. All right, this person has gained all the information that they needed and now they are finished. So that might be the truth for some of you. Also, this card represents someone who is kind of investigating a situation. So with this card being in the reverse, this is someone who is not finding the answers that they're looking for. With this card being in the reverse, since it is a page and the pages are messengers, it can represent the fact that there is no communication or very little communication going on. So I do have two cards that represent that here. I have the Six of Cups in the reverse. Now the Six of Cups is one of the soulmate cards in the deck. Okay, this represents reconciliation, fixing things, working on things, someone from the past returning to you. All right, as you can see in this image, this boy is coming to greet this girl with some flowers. It's kind of like an apology. So that might be the case for some of you. With this card being in the reverse, it can represent some kind of delay, that there's some kind of block. And I'm seeing these two cards together, that somebody is waiting for this opportunity to reconcile their differences. Okay, this person wants to come forward with some kind of offering, but there's a block here. I'm going to further clarify this reading with Island Time Wellness. Oh, and look at that. Soulmates. Soul, it's a soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Okay, and like I was saying, this card can be representing soulmates as well. So not surprised that this came out. Wedding rings. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Here's that commitment energy coming through that came in very powerful at the very beginning of our reading, Taurus. Okay, someone has big plans for the future. Some of you, I feel, were already married and are going through a separation currently. I have photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Okay, so I feel that this person has photographs of you, probably photo albums. If they still have access to your social media, they're checking up on you, reminiscing. This card right here can also represent reminiscing, memories of the past, things like that. The butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, growth. Okay, so there's a desire for things to go to the next level, all right? This is that more commitment energy coming through. And I can't help but notice that healing the inner child is coming out right on top of the devil energy, which is in the reverse, which represents letting go of toxic habits and behaviors. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. All right. Okay, that explains some things here, Taurus, that there is a delay in this reunion. Okay, someone is hesitating, hesitation. Okay, when this person finally arrives, it may kind of take you by surprise. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Look at that. That goes perfectly with the devil being in the reverse. Okay, someone is taking the time to heal childhood wounding and toxic patterns. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clarify this reading further with my Andromeda Skies Love Oracle. I have sexual fantasies about you. Okay, so there's also a lot of passion in this connection. I'm planning on reaching out to you. Okay, so this person wants to communicate, they want to reach out. There's a little bit of hesitation here. I feel like they're not quite sure about themselves at this time. Perhaps they need to gain some courage in order to do so. I dive in and out of relationships. Okay, so this is someone who can be a little fearful of commitment, all right, since commitment is a large energy that is coming through in this reading. All right, this may be really intense for this person. It might have spooked them a little bit. Also, this card is very similar to the Knight of Wands, okay, which is a very passionate energy, and so it goes very well with I have sexual fantasies about you, okay? So this person has a lot of passionate feelings for you. But with this energy, they're a little bit flighty, okay? And it can represent why this separation is occurring. I feel like I ruined everything. Okay, so this is regret. This is someone who thinks that they kind of burned their bridges. And that could be the cause of this hesitation energy coming through. I'm not really sure that there's anything left. They may be feeling that they've caused too much damage here. Our story isn't over yet. Okay? So with have faith, love is coming. I feel that this person will eventually gain the courage that they need to come forward and express themselves. All right, Taurus, these are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that. And I will see you next time.